What's up, Taurus friends? Hope this video finds you well. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me, and I am so stoked to have the Taurus gang here with me today. I was about to do Cancer's reading next, and you guys commanded the room. So yeah, it was meant to be Taurus's turn. All right, so welcome again. We are going to do tarot love readings for you. Usually at this point, I'm ready to jump into monthlies, but it just feels right. I think we need some love in the air, some lightness. So yeah, let's have fun and focus on good things, including love. Now, this could be romantic love. It could also be familial love, right? It could be friendship, etc. We'll see what we get for the sign of Taurus. Interested in love, looking for love. This is going to be roughly for the next month, but that's kind of just bullshit, right? Like, the energy is meant to be yours whenever it comes into your life. So yeah, I gotta be honest with you guys. We put timelines on it as a system of organization, but yeah, if it's your energy, if it's your message, you will know it intuitively. If not, check back another time, right? Not every week. It won't always be your message. But yeah, we'll see if you can get some clarity on love in the coming weeks here. For my Tauruses, everything about this video is in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Check any of those platforms out if you are interested, if you so desire. Yeah, what else do I need to tell you? Like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video. That helps me a whole lot. And I hope this video finds you well. Despite what is going on globally, I do want to acknowledge that, but ultimately, it is what it is. We're going to work our way through. We are all being called to action as light workers, and yeah, while we're at home, isolating, so to say, let's do some fun. Let's get you some entertainment for tarot videos, all right? I think that's my general spiel. Everything else written below for you, okay? Let's look at your energy. I'm sorry, this is actually going to be your person's energy, then we'll hop into yours. Although interesting, because you came up and I kind of reversed them, I actually think that we're supposed to reverse it. So I'm going to go with what I said originally before I get into my whole system of, oh, it has to be this way. This is going to be your energy. And I feel like that's confirmation that you are in your power. You are vibing high, Taurus. I love that. So in this card is Taurus energy as well as Libra. It is Venus energy, right? So love. The love mama. She's frequently shown pregnant. So for a select few of you, particularly my females, pregnancy might be on the brain. Though I shouldn't say not males too, right? You might be thinking about starting a family, right? There's something very patient about the Empress because she is earth energy. She knows her value. She knows her worth. She's had to harvest seeds throughout the years, throughout generations, right? And so there's no rush. I always jokingly say, once the baby's in there, you can't rush it. It's going to come out when it is supposed to. And so there is this very beautiful, lighthearted energy about you, at least in this sort of spread for the coming weeks or months. That's just very content. That's the word I want to say. It's like, love will get to me when it is supposed to. I'm not going to rush it. If it's meant for me, I'll know it. Because it's almost like if it's meant for you, you know that person will pack a lot of zest and gusto in the offer they're making to you. And I'm getting so much off of the card's energy. It's adorable and funny and very empowered, though. It's almost like you may have had other people making offers to you, and they were so lackluster, rather than tearing somebody a new one of how dare you and don't you, you're kind of just not giggling. I don't even know how to say it. It's almost like an evil laugh, but it's all within. You're not telling them like you don't even start to measure up. I'm sorry. It's more just like, ha 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 ha. It's that kind of I'm the Empress. Don't waste my time with your lackluster offers. It's awesome. It's actually making me feel very lighthearted. It's a beautiful energy. You're just content. Yeah, when the right offer comes along, you'll know. So you're not going to reach out and grab for how I always say low-hanging fruit. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's delicious, and you know that, right? The mother of creation and bringing things into fruition. But I do want to say something about crops. The metaphor of crops keep coming up. So I don't know if some of you work, maybe you're just working in your garden or something of the like. But yeah, you're not reaching for low-hanging fruit. You're the Empress. You want the best of the best. The best of the best, sir. What's that from? Oh, this is from Men in Black. Interesting. Anyway, let's look at your mental energy. Oh, I love it. That's what I mean. It's you guys are vibing high. I love this energy, Taurus. I'm just going to revel in it because not every reading is like this, but mentally, you're just I'm a goddamn queen. She is Venus in Virgo, right? She's sort of becoming the Queen of Pentacles, or as it may be, the Empress, right? She's well on her way to achieving much success, much abundance, and she already has it in her life. So whether or not you feel like you're living that $1 million dream, essentially it's knowing that what you have around you is pretty damn good. There's an element of being very thankful for all that you've accomplished recently. And it is the single ladies card, right? So male or female, the single people's card, whatever. We don't have to assign gender to it. And I do always say with this, there's the element of it's all lush and abundant, all within your backyard. It's all within your reach. It's all within sort of the confines, right? The safety zone. So essentially, I think you guys are looking to break out of that, and maybe that's just expand and grow with a new person. But this also indicates that money is going to be good or is currently good. So yeah, mentally, just I keep wanting to say you value yourself. You're not going to bend over backwards to suit anybody else's needs but your own. And even with this like little falcon that she has there, I'm getting that you have friends. You have people in your life that you welcome them in, you allow them to like kind of perch on you, rest on you, or rely on you for some sort of stability or emotional support or something of that matter, because they're not energy vampires. They're not taking away anything from you. They're simply wanting to be around your energy because it is beautiful, and that's enough for them, right? They don't have any sort of like malicious intent or ulterior motives. You're surrounding yourself by people who are genuine and hearty and have, a good sense of, I heard the word social. I'm not sure what that is. So maybe you're making friends on social media, but social. Anyway, that's coming through. Anyway, your emotional state. Let's look at that. Okay, so you're at a crossroads. I love this card too because he or she, right, holds the world in their hand. Again, there's a world of opportunity. There's a world of blessings that have yet to come in yet, right? Following this is like the Three of Wands, which is waiting for your ships to come in. You're making progress, but I do want to say you're making progress as an individual growth. Or as an individual, your spiritual growth is going to be huge, key, pertinent in the next coming weeks, particularly the next 2 weeks because of the Two of Wands. This is going off and exploring, maybe not physically, right, if you're quarantined or whatever, but going off on like a spiritual path, a spiritual journey, spending time in meditation. It's going to be very... it's going to be good medicine for your soul, for your emotional scape. Emotionally, you may be caught between two people. I don't think you're stressed about it with these cards coming up. Again, I think you're waiting for the right offer, but you may have multiple people in your life making, again, kind of lackluster or half-hearted offers, and you're kind of like, I'm not really into one of these. And it's funny because wands are indicative of motion, but this is almost before the ball, the world has been set in motion. So you're kind of between that. I think you're delaying investing emotionally in too many people around you, at least romantically. You may be dealing with another Taurus or a Libra or a Virgo. So what action are you taking? Yes, to say you're not taking much action at all. This is like getting your beauty sleep. This to me feels like doing a spa day, taking a hot bubble bath. Things that are going to bring you mental clarity, mental peace, getting your ducks in a row before you go out and get them. That's very much what I get from this. It doesn't feel so much as action. It's weighing out your options and coming to some sort of understanding about what it is that you truly seek in like a partnership. So let's look at your person. So that, again, for some of you, I feel like you have two people, at least romantically, but they're not really wowing you. There's not a lot of wow factor, but let's jump in and see where they're at. So their energy is presenting as, wow, a 10 of cups. So that's beautiful. And do keep in mind, this could be for someone from your past or someone from the future, right? Someone you haven't met yet. No, but it could be someone who hasn't quite come in yet to your life. I will say, so if you're looking for someone that packs a lot of punch and gusto in it in terms of their dedication to a relationship and making sure that you are feeling taken care of physically, emotionally, supported, that feels good. That feels real good. But I'm wondering, are you involved or thinking about someone who's already taken? Are they already married? Or is it someone who potentially looks to you as someone they would want to make sort of like the mother of their children, the way it's coming out under that? But let's clarify that a little bit because it's sort of, it could go a couple of different ways here. I'm so sorry, guys. My camera froze there. So yeah, emotionally, this person is kicking ass. Like they're thinking long-term happiness. But again, it could also mean that they're already kind of in some sort of long-term committed relationship. We'll throw something on it. What is this Ten of Cups about coming out in Taurus's person's energy? This person could be a twin or have like a twin brother or a twin sister. They could have twins in their family. Cheerfulness. All right, cool. I love it then. I'm not even going to like overly question it. They are feeling freaking amazing. Ten of Cups followed by cheerfulness. They're celebrating major things in their life. And yeah, I think I just heard making announcements of maybe their career plans, of maybe their plans to start a future with someone. They seem more, as I said, you seem very content and waiting. They seem like they're celebrating. And I almost said celebrating hard, but that almost denotes something that's like immature or impulsive. It's not. It's well established. This person just may be very abundant, and I do want to say in terms of money, they may make a lot of money at work and it allows them sort of luxuries in their life, but it's not that idea of like, oh, just because, you know, they make a lot, that doesn't make you a happy person. Whatever this is, this person is very happy. They are feeling great. They're vibing high. So mentally, let's see where they're at. So they have the Six of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So there's a lot of things with this message too. Look at this Six of Swords, right? Traditionally, the Six of Swords is like onto greener pastures, you know, smoothing on like smoother waters. It's getting out of like the anarchy and chaos and the turbulent emotions and essentially packing swords or lessons on our boat that we can apply those valuable lessons and that knowledge into the future as we move forward. This Six of Swords is actually quite turbulent. You know, there's like a thunder and lightning storm happening, but it came up in reverse. I feel like that says a lot. I feel like there's either an avoidance of rocking the boat, reaching out to someone that maybe they feel like they've burned a bridge with, and so they don't want to upset your peace of mind. They don't want to upset the balance and harmony that you've established in your life, because you seem to be kicking ass as like a single person for most of you anyway, or as a mom. Some of you may be a single mom specifically. I am being called to say mom, not dad, so the females out there. Anyway, it could also indicate that they moved on from something, that there was a recognition or an idea that they forgot something. They forgot to take someone with them. They forgot to pack something on their boat. And I actually do want to say it's you. I'm not a hype man. I like to read cards very much as is. I'm not here to tell you that all your hopes and dreams and wishes are going to come true. But for those waiting for someone to have some sort of recognition that I just have to say it, that you were the one, or you could offer them long-term potential, especially if this is someone you still have a pretty familial relationship with. You guys would still be able to talk back and forth and not feel like there was all this like difficult energy there. It's probably not someone you're hating on right now, or someone, you know, you're making a voodoo doll of, which I do not promote on my channel, but it wouldn't be that type of relationship. It would be that, I almost want to say, the one that got away. That's very much the energy here. And it almost seems like in the meantime, you're dealing with people who they just don't measure up. They're just kind of like, they'll never compare to, you know, that love in high school or that love in college. This seems like someone turns around because they changed their mind. And it's interesting. It's almost like they're willing to go back to the Five of Swords. They're willing to go back to a state of anarchy or uncertainty by rolling the dice and being like, Taurus, like, I know this ended years ago, but like, I have to tell you, I still think about you. It's that energy, and here's why I'm okay with it. I don't necessarily always champion or support the idea of going back to people from our past, but their energy is so freaking amazing. They are vibing high. This seems like something they've thought about for years. All right, so yeah, interesting. That's their mental energy. They're willing to rock the boat to make something right. And if it's not coming back and professing love to you, Taurus, it may be going back to revisit something with you and offering an apology, or saying like, wow, you know, you changed my ways, you changed my life in ways that I never told you. It's very positive energy. So again, this wouldn't be something you need to be fearful of, like an ex returning from your life if you didn't love them or if you wouldn't want to see them. It's not that energy. It's, again, I keep wanting to say the one that got away. Or the one that you always held space in your heart for, even though you knew it wasn't like romantic anymore. It's very much like a friendship dynamic that absolutely could turn into something more. But I love your energy too, because it's like you're not just going to take whatever is thrown at you. You're going to assess it and evaluate, is this a person I could see, you know, building a life with? So emotionally, where are they at? Emotionally, they are the Emperor. All right, interesting depiction. Very, very masculine vibes. I'm not saying it has to be a male. If it's an Aries, cool. That is the card of Aries. So for any of my Tauruses dealing with an Aries, emotionally, they are again in their power, in their strength. This is like the emotional sector of my spread. It's interesting. The depiction of this, I am wanting to say Sagittarius too, being the archer, the hunter out in the woods. Also, I take that to mean this is someone who would fight for you. This is someone who would stick up for you. This is also someone who has their eye on you, like you are the target, right? And it's all in a very beautiful way. Oh gosh, I love the symbolism here. Oh my God, it's beautiful. So whereas you hold the world in their hands, or the world in your hand, like there's options, it's also appearing in their spread too. It's like there's this option, and then there's the one you hold in your hand that you really want, that you're like, I don't want to say waiting for or holding out for, but I gotta be real, that's sort of what this feels like. It's like you're not rushing into anything because you know there's better things out there for you. Some of you, if you're crushing on someone from the past and you're like, oh, the one that got away, that person's thinking about you too. You guys want to be part of each other's world, and it's like they're willing to fight for it. That's what I was saying too with this. They're willing to brave the storms to come back and make some sort of offer or have some sort of conversation with you. This person may have had control issues in the past, and if it's not like control issues, they may have been very focused on their work to the point where they weren't ready to be in a long-term relationship. But as I said, they may be celebrating some sort of major accomplishment at work recently. And now that that's sort of in place and they can kind of check that off their list, now it's like they're in the mood for love, I just heard. I think that's a movie, In the Mood for Love. But they have their eyes set on the prize. Their head is now in the game of, okay, who do I want to build a life with? Individually, you both are kicking ass. And now I think both of you are kind of like, all right, but who's that person I want to kick ass with as I move forward? Well, they're circling back. That's what that indicates to me. All right, so then their action card. Interesting. All right, so they have the Eight of Swords. Not a great card for action, I gotta be honest, guys. And nor is yours, though, to be honest. Again, and I think it's cool because you're valuing yourself. Again, you're not jumping at the first thing. You're thinking about things. You may still be healing from someone who did some major damage on you and like in a relationship or something like that. This person, it might be the same, but as I said, they're willing to rock the boat and go after it. I think eventually they are going to take action because the 10 outweighs the 8. In metaphor here, it's like all the value and abundance and joy that could come from this, I almost want to say like this turbulent action, essentially, but this is happening in their mind. It's like they can envision themselves taking action. In their heart, they know that's what they want. But in terms of actually moving forward, they're still kind of figuring it out. They still have... This really has to do with self-imposed, like a self-imposed prison or a self-imposed state where they're lacking confidence. Or the way it is, she's literally tied in a rope. That's a sort of an untraditional depiction of this card. They may literally be tied up in something else, some sort of commitment, where they're just not able to move forward. I don't know why I'm being called to say this. That's not at all what I was anticipating, but for one or two of you, your person may have actually done like some time in jail or in prison or even as a child, like they went to juvenile hall for a few months. It could be something like that. This person may have been in trouble with the law, particularly with something involving a weapon. They may have carried a weapon, and I don't think it was something severe. I don't think they had necessarily malicious intent. It was something about the wrong place at the wrong time. But anyway, that's a message for one or two of you that it's confirmation that if that's the person you're thinking of, then yes. I'm sorry. I want to throw something on this Eight of Swords because there's a lot of messages coming through with it. But in terms of it being their action for the next few weeks or months, it's not, and I won't even say months. I typically read for like a month. But again, the energy is free-flowing. Why is this Eight of Swords coming up for their action card? I just heard, okay, 8 weeks. So they may not communicate this or make some sort of move for 8 weeks. And I hear you guys. I know you're thinking like, damn, that's a long time. But, okay, what's so cool, what they have clarifying that is 8 of Wands. So eventually there will be swift, rapid action movement forward, okay? So there is a good balance there. Something about the number 16, that is the card of the Tower. They may be going through it. It's almost like their life may be in upheaval or disarray, but eventually I think it's because they come to the realization that you are the one that's missing. And in this grand scheme, or I'm sorry, not grand scheme, that sounds malicious. In this master plan of building a life of abundance as the Empire, being very proud of all their successes and their accomplishment, for a lot of you, they realize that the thing missing in their life is you. You know, that independent woman or that independent man that they've always dreamed of being with. And for the most part, I would actually support this relationship because it feels like you're both able to stand on your own 2 feet. So together, you guys could be really kick-ass. But I think you're waiting for them to come forward. I think they will eventually, but it is going to take some time. But yeah, when they decide to move forward, though, they move forward fast, swiftly. All right, let's throw some cards on this for Taurus. Yours is long, Taurus. I was trying to make these short. What does Taurus need to know? Taurus, bear with me. I'm going to do some shuffling now. Taurus, Oracle cards. Oh, geez. Okay. All right, you have manifest, dreams, and you are understood. Manifesting the person of your dreams. It's almost saying to me, universe understands what it is that you want. So yeah, something about it's being orchestrated behind the scenes for you guys to, it's like for you guys to discover at the right time, for your paths to cross at a time where it could go, it could be erected with success. Something about raising of the banner, or yeah, maybe some of you are like planning a party or something. Interesting. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Yeah, so particularly for those who thought this was the one that got away and you're never going to see them again, particularly if you don't have communication, I'm just getting, there's going to be an element of surprise here. Someone is going to take off a mask and the true feelings, the true self will be revealed. Yeah, okay. So immediately when that card jumps out, we all go, oh shit, that's not good, right? So as I'm shuffling these cards and I'm waiting for the next one to come out, I'm like, all right, the only weird energy I really get is maybe, you know, that could be a little bit alarming, right? That card, the Emperor, has both negative and positive connotations. In my head, I'm specifically asking those, so what about this Emperor? Do we need to fear him? I don't think so. Reconciliation, that's what this whole spread has been about. Again, I'm not necessarily an advocate for always returning to the past people, but in this spread, both of you guys kind of seem like you're leaning in that direction. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. This could also represent someone that you connected with in a past lifetime, too. That's not going to be for everyone, but... All right, last but not least, let's throw some zodiac signs on this for Taurus. What zodiac signs want to present in this spread? The only major arcana you have is you, the Empress, Taurus, and Libra, as well as Aries with the Emperor here. We'll see what else wants to come out in Taurus's spread here. For Taurus. Ooh, you got a lot. Okay. So you have Capricorn and Aries. So absolutely some double Aries energy. You have Virgo. You have Scorpio. And Sagittarius. I was feeling that earlier. I don't know if I said it, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I got for you, Tauruses. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if any of this resonates, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.